All right, here we go.
All right, here we go. We have Concision here with a 128.12. I believe he's been playing this game about a year, maybe a little more. And I think his goal is 126, 125, according to my notes here.
Yes, if you're your own boss, you can exploit your
I believe that's
personal lag
correct.
yourself.
It's pretty good goal. 126 is I'd say the next major threshold after sub 130. It's when you really start to see form in your movement and whatnot. That is the face of a focused man right there. Nice pixel boost. Believe it or not, that saves time when you nudge that door like that. You have a 557 gold. I want to say that should be 2 seconds faster, but maybe not. Also, it doesn't matter. It's 2 seconds. At this level, it doesn't matter. It means he's putting his focus into the right things.
Hey, close. Thank you for voting for Final Fantasy Tactics with a bunch of spaces.
Okay. So we'll see where he's losing time. So far, the movement looks good.
Good luck,
But it's
Kyle.
only
This
been
is
1
really
minute.
good, actually. I could really go for an Ice Cough right about now.
Yeah, it looks like he's doing much pumping, so... Where is he? Oh, he's pumping.
Pump harder.
Right. That's what it all comes down to. Alright, upspin, that's good. No complaints there. I still do upspin, so do I think many other
The
top
thing
players.
about this video game is that it's
Left spin's
really
kind of a
easy.
scam. You pump, but you looks like you're pumping kind of slow, but that really doesn't matter. But if I'm pointing something out, that's literally it. And just again, minor here. Try to pull your sword out as late as possible here, but I think that is probably fine. Yeah. Otherwise, really good. I think you can also hold... You can, like, after you kill this guy here, you can start holding up and left, I believe. So you're already facing the chest. Like, you'll slide facing up. That makes sense. Very minor, but a lot of stuff in Escape that I'm calling out is going to be minor. It's just stuff that might help. Good old ball and chain guard. See what you got. Oh, you do pot. Okay. I was gonna say, you don't need to boom that guy, but if you're doing one pot, that makes sense. It's pretty good. It's crazy to think, like, you can get... I forgot what kind of times you can get with one pot, but... I would start, like, maybe... looking into doing the 8/. That's gonna be a better long-term thing to be good at. Just kind of start putting it in. Now, when you're pumping here too, like if you're you just got to be careful when you're pumping, and maybe you're just getting used to it still. Like I don't know how long you've been pumping for, but you know, it's not going to be. You're losing every, like when you overshoot the door like that, like you lose everything that you saved there. So, just keep that in mind. You should also just pump all the way across this rail if you're pumping here. Even through the gaps, you're not going to go into the You're not going to go in between there. So you could just kind of mash all the way through here if you're going to pump. But yeah, just minor. But I know that there's like a period where you kind of need to get used to it. Like if you're just starting to like factor it into your movement, it makes sense if you're doing that. But just be mindful of like where you're pumping at, you know. Try not to overshoot everything. If it's too difficult to pump, then just don't do it. Because typically you're not going to save any time. At least at this level, you're not. So, like, that's where a lot of your... Ooh. I don't know what you did wrong there. Your movement probably needed to be a little bit sharper around. So he kind of went out along... I mean, he did aggro quickly, which is kind of unfortunate. Yeah, see, he, like, immediately... Sometimes they, like, kind of delay before they charge you. But... happens. Sometimes, I don't know if that situation is 100% avoidable every time. It's probably not, but... Not too sure. Not too sure on that one. You're holding up right there. That's good. Input display really helps. Okay. This is where all the time... Oh. Now, if you're... So yeah, maybe, like, I feel like you're... Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like you're getting used to just pumping, or I feel like you're just now implementing pumping into your movement. Again, like there... Like, what you can do here, instead of just pumping all the way this way, you can just walk right to the wall and just be ready to, like, boom that rat. It looks like you were just a hair too late there. It's hard to, like, hit the buttons accurately when you're pumping. That's good. It's a pretty good room. Yeah, I'd say a lot of your time loss is just from, like, you just gotta get a little bit more form in that movement, which is gonna happen naturally, like, as you play. It's not something you need to focus on. You'll start to get better the more runs you do, especially with the early game movement. I think that's, like, one of the things that I've always had issues with, is, getting used to early game movement. Like, it's very hard to do it correctly. That was a good reaction. Did you react to it? Like, on purpose? Yeah. The other thing you need to look for here, if you don't know, is you see the two... So you got this rat and this rat. So they're either... These two are going to go in one or four directions. The one you always need to look out for is this guy going to the right. And then this guy also going to the right. Because then that's the one where you got to squeeze. Now, what I do here is I always diagonal boom. Even if I'm going to miss this guy, it doesn't matter. And I know Dom used to do it too. And he has a 547 like gold or something. I think he got a 547 doing that once. So, just a thought. If you don't want to think about this at all, just always boom, even if you're going to miss. Because honestly, what happens is when you boom, I feel like it puts this room on a cycle where you're not going to get blocked at the door. Because even if you get through here, right, and you squeeze through this, I feel like, just from personal experience, that this door is usually blocked or a rat is passing through. Which it wasn't in this case, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like on average that happens there. Just from personal experience. So booming doesn't, I'm going to say, like, booming doesn't really matter, because sometimes you're going to have to wait or slash anyway. You could have got the wrap frames there, by the way, which is a second save. So if this guy's going to the right, you might as well just slash when you are inside the door and get hit there. Again, minor. It's very minor stuff. Oh, it was a gold. Nice.
Pretty good.
Yeah, and there's a lot of improvement in that, obviously. Like, just watching, like, just the way you were doing some things. There's definitely some improvement there. But as I expected, like, I imagine you're just not putting a lot of effort into, or a lot of, like, time into the early game stuff, because it doesn't matter. But just stuff that you should start paying attention to. But that's good, you already got a 555. Like, I was just saying that in the beginning, like, literally a 555 is where you should be at right now. But you definitely have room for improvement in a lot of that. Especially if you start doing 8 slash. Okay, good diagonal. This is always nice, but I feel like it's easier just to do that. Now, I think you stair canceled there, right? Let's look at that. What's the controls for this shit again? Okay, it's control. You don't want to, like, I don't know how long you waited here. 1, 2. Okay, so you stopped. 1, 2. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So when you're canceling your stair, you basically broke even here, I think. So be mindful of that too. Like if you're doing the stair cancel there, make sure you're not losing the time that you're supposed to be gaining there. Which I need to remember what that is, but I think it's 8 frames. Maybe more. That looks better. I wouldn't do it there. I don't know if you tried to do it there, but don't do it here. It's hard to do that. Yeah, like, you should do it on those last 2 stairs if you're going to do it. Good. Looking good so far. I'd say that's fine. You'll get better at that room in time. Like, if I'm calling anything out in here, like, you can tighten up the movement in here. Like, eventually you'll start getting good where you go to grab this pot here, and you can, like, slide when you grab the pot, like a diagonal grab. And then you can just sharpen the movement here. Like, we could just make it a little tighter. But that's nothing. It's just something you should just be aware of, that's all. Good. Getting the arrows. Skipping them is a scam. Got no rupees. Oh. There's a little tip in this room. You don't have to walk that high. Unless the Stalfos is in your way. You can, like, walk in between this Which I guess he is kind of in your way, so maybe you reacted. I mean, I guess I just know that he's moving down. But, like, he's moving down enough to where I can just stay in the middle. But you don't want to move this high, if possible. And, like, here... like, here, just go down, man. Yeah, you don't ever want to go up. Just always go down. Like, if anything, if he's still in your way, just slash him out of the way. But, like, don't go above him. It's okay. Not a huge deal. But just... Now, you don't need to boom this guy if he's that high. Either. Like, don't even bother booming him. If he's up at the top, just, just walk under him. Like, he's not going to move if he's there. Now, if he's kind of in the middle and you're not sure, then just boom him. Or actually, you should have slashed him, maybe. I don't know where your drop table is, though. Like, if there was potentially a red there, I'd slash him. Just throw the boomerang and get it. Especially with being at no money. That's good. That was a good boost. You don't have to do that either. So, like, in this instance, like, you should just be going up. You don't need to walk all the way over here and boom him. Like, if you have to go this far over just to hit him with the boomerang, you might as well walk up and just slash him. Like, just slash him. Don't even worry about booming. Because booming is faster, which is probably why you're doing it. It's, like, 3 frames faster, maybe, or 2. It's very small. Just don't, like, if you're going this far out of your way to boom him, you might as well just slash him. Just go around and just slash him. It doesn't matter. Especially if you're afraid of missing the boom, just slash him. Like, it doesn't matter. Okay, that was good. Good reaction. Very good. Very good. I like that menu there. That's been a favorite of mine for a while. Ooh, that was almost really good. An indicator of you doing this room really good is if these anti-fairies don't touch when you leave the room. And you were... like 7 frames too slow. But that's really good. Really good. You don't want to pump here either. You should enter this room and just diagonal a little bit and then pump towards it. Like, you should just diagonal up a bit and then start maybe pumping towards it. Because I think if you just pump from the door, I guess maybe, because see how you're adjusting at the end because you realize, oh shit, I didn't move up enough. You should just do that diagonal early. That's not why you got hit, but, like, you should just do the diagonal early. Because when you're adjusting later just gives you a chance of getting hit easier. Because when you first enter the room, if you diagonal right away, then you're kind of already aligned with it. You don't want to try to adjust as you're getting close to that switch. Anyway. Also, you don't have to grab these arrows like this. So you did the right thing here. And then when you pick up this pot, just throw it at the Stalfos here. Just throw it at this guy here. And then when you go to wake up the Armos, then as you like back up to wake him up, like when you trigger him to wake him up, then you can grab the arrows literally standing on aligned with the pot here. So that'll save you a little time. You don't have to grab it there, especially now that you missed this guy. Like, oh god, it just like that arrow drop's not going anywhere, so don't sweat it. So what I would do is just arrow, pick this pot up, and if you throw up right here, like if you didn't grab the arrows, if you threw up right here, you would have got him, and then you would have been able to grab the arrows very quickly. So just don't worry about the arrows until you're like ready to wake up the Igor. That has saved you a lot there. So just keep that in mind.
Needed those.
Pretty good Igor room. The Armos I do too. I tried switching to the other Armos, but it's not that I think it's a scam or anything, but it's just I feel like I get the same time using both strats. I don't know. I think you would have golded this split if you had a better Zelda gamer room. I think you would have golded or tied gold. It was still like a good Eastern. I could try to figure out how much time you lost here. Hang on. Just curious. Yeah, you would have golded. Looks like you would have golded. It looks like you lost about 2 seconds there. So it would have been close. Cool. Alright. Alright, let's go. No. Go from here. Honestly, this is a good start. I think this is probably where you want to be at. Oh, are you getting the bombs here? That way you're over to the right. Oh, interesting. Oh, you're just getting the money. Well, you're getting the bombs too. I'd work in... Like, now is probably the time for you to start working in tree rupees. And just understanding the backups for that. It's good spin speed. You start getting more comfortable with getting the tree rupees. They're not so bad. No spin speed here. Okay, I respect that. It's not worth it on the way there, really, unless you're good at spin speed. You can also hold, when you grab, after you close out the textbooks of the book, you can just hold down right. Okay, spin speed exiting good. It's funny how much I like forget about this game sometimes. Like when you were like that guard right when you leave the library screen. Oh, that guy almost got you. Like for when I came back and played like earlier this year, I like for the life of me could not figure out how to not get hit there like by the guard. And it was all because I was entering the screen in a weird spot. Also, you can tap A on those stairs. Keep meaning to stop it there. You just tap A at the top of the stairs since you have boots. That'll give you a little bit of free frames. It's easier than a stair cancel to the left or the right.
Good overall. We did good.
Right, good old desert. Let's see what you got. 628. I forgot what that translates to when you get the rupees and the bombs here. Okay. I guess that's why you weren't worried about money. I just realized that. Because you're just getting the Sahashala rupees, so you don't care about the money in Eastern. Ooh. It's hard to gauge that pattern, but I don't know if you're how familiar you are with the cannon ball patterns. Well, it's hard to say that, but it's all right. That's about a second you can save there if you can read it. Read the RNG. Or something like that. Yeah, same here with these stairs. You can tap A. Last couple steps. You could have just continued your dash. I think you realize that too. Just by looking at your face. I mean, this looks pretty straightforward so far. It seems like you know. Why did you... You didn't have to go all the way down there, or did you just read that wrong? You can just walk under that BMOS. I don't know if you're afraid to do that, but you just walk under the BMOS. You don't have to go all the way below. It's a good menu. Yeah, I guess if you're not doing the...
Good torches time. Really good torches time.
Probably your best, huh? See what you got. Zero in that last one. Wow, that was really good. I think I have, like, some feedback on this. I mean, honestly, what was that, a 4? That was pretty good. I think most players at your skill level would kill for this. Even this fight. This is a 4 cycle, I think. You really pulled that off. It was a very long 4 cycle, but the only thing I can say here, is you probably want to go in get in a little closer on that third one. It really mattered. Like, you shouldn't ever worry about getting more than 2 on the first 2. which I think you did here, which was fine. Or did you go for a third arrow? Let's see. 1, 2, 1. Oh, you missed one. Okay, so you did go for 2. But like, I guess in this instance, like you should have already. Yeah, I think you played it the best you could. It's hard to react to this third guy sometimes, especially when you get one that kind of hops over you like that. I know you hit this guy, but try to stand a little bit. Like when they're here, there's a very high chance they're going this way, right? So I try to stand a little bit, like maybe a half tile left here, so I can kind of follow them. Because when you're in this situation, let's see what he does, I forget. You shoot. Like, if you were already standing over, you probably could have got a second arrow in there. Oh, he was dead anyway. I guess that didn't matter. Like, this is good. Now, this can be tough. But you hit him. You hit this guy, so that was good. Now, like here... Maybe I'm getting a little too granular here, but what I do is I count the wiggles. So you see how the burrow is at full size here. You can see, you can count the animations. 1, 2, 3. There you go, 4. They come out at like the 5th one. So like I try to stand about where you are. You just got to count those wiggles. Once you see 4 of them, you should be maybe about a tile and a half away, I think it is. Citation needed for that, I'm not sure. But just count those wiggles. You might already be doing that, because this was a pretty good fight. I thought it was really good. Yeah, and then of course the other thing is keeping track of how much HP they have. I think that guy maybe had a slash, but it's whatever, he's dead. Because you always want to prepare yourself for hitting the next one that comes out too.
Okay, good time.
But yeah, that was good. I'm impressed. It seems like you put a lot of time into that fight, or it was just a really good fight. I don't know.
Very good though.
You lost some time here.
We will take that.
And maybe it was an extra cycle. Maybe you get 3 cycles. That's really good. Do you do that on purpose? Like, is that? Oh, I guess it's preferred you jump further if you're doing this dash, right? Because normally you want to nudge that rock when you're exiting the dungeon. You want to nudge the rock. Yes. I'm glad that this is becoming like the meta now. I used to get fucking I used to get trolled so much for doing this movement here. So everyone thought it was silly. But this makes things so much easier. I was literally the only person who did this forever. And I see more and more people are just doing it now because I think they realize that being this low like helps you determine whether you're getting hit by one of the crabs or not, or the buzz bobs. And not only that, sometimes when you dash like straight, like this crab will hit you up here. So I don't know. It seems like scam movement. I don't know. I do like the way that people do this now. Using the boomerang. Guess the bush makes that easier for you. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Whatever's comfy there. You didn't have... Oh, yeah, you did. Never mind. But I think for this second guy... I guess that is better. I can't remember. Can't remember if going above makes a difference or not, but maybe it doesn't. Carry on. So your gold here is 534. Here is a tough one. It's actually one of my worst splits in my PB. But I feel like that's just been tradition. Like, since I've played this game. Ooh. I thought maybe you got the early spin there. Not bad. Shaking my SMH. I think the menu makes more sense to get into the warp correctly, but that's just me. Like, you're walking with the bunny, you should be able to get that quick warp easier, but it's up to you. Just my personal opinion. I see a lot of people do this now. This is like the low percent strat. But I guess if you don't really... I guess if you're not doing the boom dash there, it's fine. I've never actually timed that, so I don't know what the difference is, but it's probably very small. Barely matters. And also, like, messing up the boom dash is, like, the worst. It's hard to justify that menu. Ooh. I'm sure you know this already, but that first slash needs to just be lower. You barely missed it, though. It might have just been a mistake. I hate when that happens. It's really the most infuriating thing. Also, when you're leaving this room, you don't have to adjust like that. Just hold up and left when you're exiting this door. Until you're past the star tile. You're not going to hit the star tile if you're just holding up left. Oh, I thought we were going to see an early bomb jump for like a split second there.
I don't know. That's a good question.
The viewers want to know what your spot is for NMG. I'd say you handled this room pretty well.
I don't know. That's a good question.
You didn't really get a bad pattern. I think what you did there was fine, just walking, because you have to wait anyway.
I'm not sure. You have to look.
Yeah, I see people do this now, and honestly, this isn't very slow, so I like it.
Mid 200s? Mid 100s?
It's really stupid to fucking fall in the hole there.
I'm not top 100. I know that.
Not top 100 yet. Let's see your Moldorm here. Honestly, it was mostly a really good Moldorm.
I want to say...
Just a couple things I'll say.
top 100. I know that.
Perfect. Yeah, that's exactly how I would handle that situation. But now you're really far away, which understandably so. Maybe this is one of your best light worlds. You're probably trying to play it safe. Honestly, that was probably the right move there, because I think this guy moves. Because like sometimes you can stand pretty close and then try to like release a spin, but it can be very sketchy right here because he turned, so maybe not. I think you played that right. I don't think you needed to dash this hit though. Like that hit was fine, but like what you should have did here is maybe go behind him and hold your sword out. Because doing it from this side is a little sketchy. You just barely missed that too. Again, you probably didn't need to dash again here. You really want to try not to dash unless you feel like you have to. Like these are just slashable or pokes. See, like I wouldn't have dashed there. I would have just held my sword out and just like kind of poked dash the tail instead. Just it's a little bit less scary. Now here's fine. Obviously, you want to dash for this last hit because it's tough.
Oh, thank you, Mira. That's really nice of you.
It's a pretty good Hera.
Speedrun.com.
Really good. That was close to gold, man. Honestly, if you move your rupees, if you just start to do tree rupees, you'll get sub 23 Heras.
I love it, Mira.
I think.
Excellent work.
I miss having that menu there.
What is it? Not gonna lie, it looks like a cat to me. Is it like a fox or something? It's a Shiba. Oh, okay.
The hell?
It's a Shiba. Oh, okay.
You'd stop your
That
dash
makes
super
sense.
early, but not a big
I
deal.
can see it now. That makes sense.
Right. Oh, you go for this dash?
Run!
Like, I don't even go for this shit. That dash is a scam. And also, that dash after the guard was really brave, man. I would have walked down then dash. Like, all it takes is a fast aggro here. Like, if that guy appears, it just takes a fast aggro. To ruin everything. So, like, if you're doing that dash, then you might as well go for the tree rupees, because...
Oh, it's not yours. Oh, I thought it was yours.
I think that's harder to do than the actual tree rupees itself, but that's just me.
Those are pretty cool emotes, for sure.
Also, you should just hug if you don't want to hit this guard, or this guard will turn fast sometimes.
Emotes, for sure.
You want to like dash aligned with this tree here. It doesn't lose any time, I don't think, but it'll dash through this guy. Anyway. Also tap A on those stairs. Pretty good overworld. Pretty good. Not much to say. I feel like I wish I had more to say. This is pretty good. It's an interesting strat. I feel like I've seen this before. I don't think this is very slow. I think if you just prefer to do that, then whatever. Okay, walking in the maze. Good idea. That was very, very well played, I will say, because I feel like a lot of runners, based on just experience of just watching, I feel like many would beam that bat, which is bad. You might as well just take damage from it if he's there. Which is what you did. I think you did. I assume you knew to do that, but you just, if you beam the bat, then you're waking up the whole room. But you're only losing a quarter heart, so you still have your beams. So very, very well played.
Yeah, we have beams. Gotta be careful. In this one.
Oh.
Not deal with any of that mess.
Yeah, so like you were honestly safe here. Like all you have to do is when you slash this guy is just move. I think I have to look at it again, but I'm pretty sure you beam him and then you hesitate before you go against the wall and then dash from the wall, and I'm pretty sure you'll dash through the guard fine. Like, you see where he was, the arrow? Should have been fine there, I believe. Because see, he shot you from way over there. So it's basically you beam, you hesitate, and then you move against the wall, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm just trying to not deal with any of that mess.
But I understand. Trying to take it careful here. You're on a good run. Only thing...
Deal with any of that mess.
I don't think it's a good idea to cancel right here. You should always cancel left. I forgot why, but I think it's because you can miss the one bat. I would just left cancel here if you're going to do that. You didn't have to do that. Like as soon as you're like trying to like analyze why you like it's just throwing me off a little bit. So like as soon as you do that, you should just walk here. Just walk here. Like he's not gonna get you. Like just go here and release your spin. Am I thinking about that right? Okay, now you have me second guessing, but I'm pretty sure yeah, you want to go here. Like, don't hesitate, and it looks like maybe you were just afraid to get hit, but like at this point, you're so deep into the dungeon with full health. This is really the last room you kind of need beams in. Like, it's not that bad. I would just, you know, just be a little braver in this room if you can. Yeah, like that screwed everything up. Like you could have just immediately walked here and released your spin. You would have hit this guy twice, and you would have only needed to beam this guy twice. So, definitely reevaluate this room. Save yourself some time there. Agham's Tower is tough. There's a good read on that room. Yeah, using the menu there is really easy to figure out like which way that guard on the right is going. Right, nice dash. You want to beam sooner than that. Like, I think I immediately diagonal out of this door if I have beams. Like, just walk right up and beam. Don't hesitate, because then he'll fall off immediately. Because you're giving him too much time to, like, walk down, because you're beaming so late. That first beam should just knock him out. By the way, very small little time save here. If you dash through this guard, or dash through anything, you want to cancel your dash by pressing up here. And see how you got like a little stutter step there? It like cancels that stair drag. You get stair drag when you dash into something while over a pit. It's hard to see it, but yeah, it's like some weird thing that happens. But I'm pretty sure you just want to hold up when you enter the staircase. So you're just kind of canceling the dash really late. Very minor, but I should have seen how many balls you got. This was a good Aghanim's Tower for you, though. You golded it. That one. Yep. Two. There's two? Okay.
6 seconds.
Oh, you had one in your PB.
Really, really good.
Okay. Alright. Let's see this Dark World. Honestly, really good Light World overall, I would say. You know.
Yeah.
Very good. No complaints from me here.
Right? Yeah, it's pretty clear, I think, from the games that, you know, Zelda has, like, the blessing of the gods or whatever as well. Like, she's not just a normal person. Yeah, I agree. I think it would be really good.
I don't know if you know this, but trying to purposely nudge this, like nudging this, will help you get an easier or better Kiki skip because it puts you on a specific, like it'll put you on the grid. So like you can see when you pause, because you're using a menu here, that's why I'm mentioning this, but like when you nudge this, you'll get a certain set of pixels when you go to menu, and you can figure out how much leeway you have when you go to try to get Kiki behind you. So just this was good. This was good, by the way, but just something to mention if you weren't already aware. All right, Pals of Darkness. Let's go.
We're gonna grab that bomb this time in case we screw something up later.
What did you say?
Later. We're gonna grab that bomb this time in case we screw something up later.
Fair enough. Okay, so you usually don't grab that bomb. Oh yeah, because you have the extra bombs from Sahashala.
Should be good enough. Yep.
Yeah, you're always good there as long as you don't hesitate.
Yeah, I think an actual Zelda game would be really interesting. For sure.
For sure. Ooh, that menu changes when you get rid of the mushroom.
Okay, that was good.
Enjoy it while it
It
lasts.
was just tight, but we're gonna play it.
Same with that one.
Pray for a drop for mimics.
I forgot to see your, I wanted to see this. Yeah, this was really good. Yeah. So professional. $624 pod. It's not bad. Is it 3 buffers? Okay. Not bad.
Not the best hammer jump we've had.
Honestly, man, you got to think about it
Yeah,
like
we didn't have
this.
a bad
It's
hammer.
very
This is,
hard to do that trick
it shouldn't be
fast.
That crazy.
Very, very difficult to do that
I
fast.
mean, I think part of it though probably is that Peach is an easier sell because of the Mario movie. She was like a pretty big character in that. So who knows?
I just
Maybe
wouldn't
after
sell
the
yourself
Zelda
short on that
movie,
hammer jump, to be honest with you.
We could get a Zelda game.
Okay. So if you're, I don't know how often you do this, but one, you don't dash like that. If you're just not going to dash from the door, you might as well walk this. The walk is not much slower. And it might even be this, it might even be the same as walking and then dashing here. You might as well just walk. Not have to worry about adjusting like you're doing here. Like, see, you might as well dash from the door if you're going to menu like that. Just my personal thought. Either walk there or dash from the door. Don't walk to the right and dash because it doesn't make sense to do that. You like lost all the time you would have gained dashing, which isn't very much. When you time it, you're going to laugh because it's really not that much. Sexy statue's hard, but
No drops. Okay. Still fine. Well, I mean, we got the hard drop, which is
honestly really good. Like, I think you really have the tools for at least 126 so far, and even 125. If you can just drop the mushroom,
fake Zelda.
you really have the tools already to get a 125 the way you're playing. I imagine a lot of the stuff's going to come in the end game. But even this pod's very good. For your skill level. It's a very difficult dungeon. Very good turtles too.
Alright, here we go.
Let's go. Spin speed Helma has really been a game changer. It's crazy how overpowered it really is.
That's unfortunate.
You might know this already, but like when you notice you've missed a couple hammers, and you might as well just wait for the fireball to come out. Like, you should be counting your hits here, but like in this instance, to save yourself some time, delay this last hammer, and it will despawn that fireball.
That's unfortunate.
Because now you're waiting. Like, now you're waiting. You had all that time waiting. You could have probably already killed him at that point, so keep that in mind. Really good fight, though, otherwise.
We fought through those first fireballs.
You really can afford to only miss one, I think.
Phase 2 fireballs were a little bit scarier. Yeah.
So,
Especially.
just at that point, if you've missed twice, you might as well just, if he's going to do the fireball for his second attack. Because he does, I think you probably know this. But just in case you don't. He moves 3 times and then he doesn't attack. It's always 3 times, doesn't attack in phase 1. So he does the tail whip or he does the fireball. See, 3 times, he does fireball. Yep, so if you would have just waited there, you would have been fine. So, just keep that in mind. Otherwise, good. Really good. Huge savings.
Okay, we save time.
While your thieves is pretty good. That's a pretty good gold. Being close to 710 is very good. Your sum of best is 126.20. Well, I guess looking at your other golds, they're like looking at Skullwoods, it's a lot there. Ooh. I mean, that looks like you just messed up the item dash. That just happens. One thing I do notice is that you're pretty good about shaking off the mistakes that you make, and that is something that is very hard to do in this game.
That would be kind of weird, I think.
It's easy to like make a mistake like that in the beginning of the segment and be like, and just have it fall apart because you're like, shit, this is terrible.
I think that...
You got the quick warp.
Me too, Justin. I think that in this version of the game, he has pink hair because blonde hair would not contrast well with his hat and face. That is my guess.
True. They should... I don't know why they gave him pink hair, but I don't hate it. Alright. Honestly, good so far.
Good luck, white as he is in like the Switch games. Hey Retro, thank you for the good luck.
Oh. Yeah, so one thing to note here is it's good to try and possibly nudge this so you end up on the grid here when you dash.
Thank you for the good luck.
Actually, you would have maybe if you just hit up here, I'm not sure. But yeah. Makes it a little easier to handle this guy. Because you could see like where you're gonna be when you dash into him. I think what you did here was fine to save it. Pretty good. Honestly, good overworld. Okay. You're getting your quick warps and all that stuff, so that's good.
Alright, we lost a couple seconds in the overworld. Spin speed and something else I forgot about.
304.
We're actually like 2 or 3 seconds behind.
Yeah, it was mostly the bridge. The bridge was pretty rough. Ooh. Yeah, I hate when that guy goes that way. So I mean, you can just diagonal there if your pumping is not very good. I think maybe, like this mistake, I feel, looks like you, yeah, you did this right. You nudge this wall. I really think, like, if you just didn't nudge the wall, you might have been fine. You could have been able to squeeze past this. This was just really unlucky. I don't think that was
I think the screen is just dumb, to be honest.
Skill issue. Like, you're still, like... So your sum of... Like, if you just look at your sum of best... Also, nice Hellway.
Easy game.
Easy game. I was gonna say, like, if you're looking at your sum of best, you're only plus 28 on it right now. Which is very telling of where your time save is. It's probably why I feel like I haven't found too much. I mean, you're playing very close to your golds. You didn't have to do that. Don't ever worry about killing this guy. The only thing you need to look out for is, yeah, when he's going all the way to the right. So he'll either stop here, and if he continues and goes this way, like if he continues on, you just throw the pot up. Those are the only two scenarios here when you slash him. So he either stops here or he keeps going, and you can just throw the pot up. So you don't have to, like, if he stops there, just throw the pot and move on. Like, he's not gonna get you. Don't ever worry about that guy.
Oh my god.
What the hell? How did you even get hit? Oh, it was just a late dash, I guess.
Game for babies, that's right. Oh no.
Dude, no way, man.
This is not good, guys.
Can't believe the run's over.
Yep. Babies.
Alright, so little tip for this room. One, you threw the bomb very late. So, like, one thing I see that, like, Doomtap does, for example, and honestly didn't think about this until I saw him do it, but it's the most obvious thing ever, but he always slashes up. Even if this guy is not here, he always slashes when he enters the door and then drops. I think you drop the bomb and then you slash. Yeah. Like, drop your bomb once you're outside the door and then always slash up even if this guy's not here. And then that gives you enough time to throw the bomb and get out of the room without this scenario happening. So I would look into, like, how I would just watch Doomtap do the room, honestly. Like, I converted to what he does when I was playing a few months ago. But see, you dropped it so late here. And really what you should be doing is... Let me rewind it. You should drop the bomb here. Just drop it here. Like, you should actually just be dropping it here. Just drop it every time here. And then slash up immediately after. And it's going to bounce this guy back. He's not going to come back down and hit you. This is 100% safe 100% of the time. Even if this guy's not here, you should just do this. Drop bomb here. Slash up immediately. Then pick the bomb up and throw it over here. That's it. That's all you got to do. When you're throwing this bomb so late that... Like, I can't even... It is crazy because you were maybe a frame... You were probably a couple frames away from that opening.
Oh no.
And then the worst part is this room doesn't reset because it's on the super tile.
This is not good, guys.
Can't believe you sent me a run where you just die and it's over. Obviously you make it out of this, but let's see what happens. But now you're playing with your ass clenched.
Alright. We can still do this.
Game for babies, true. You should have went up here. This room is not very hard to analyze. It seems like it is, but when you walk in this room, if this thing is going back and forth, like, you gotta just take the up path. Because the only other thing he's going to do is either do the same thing, or he's going to move in. He should move. I think in most cases he moves in a direction where you're going to have to hammer him. But he does it twice here. Yeah, it was two of the same. Oh, you could have walked around him there. But you still should have taken the top. Like, always, you almost always need to take the top. I forget which pattern it is, but there's one where you can't take the top. It's like when he goes up right away, you don't want to take the top. Then you just go around the bottom. But pay attention to this guy. He's very important.
For this.
Especially since you're menuing in here. Like, you can just read the room. You're like, okay, he's going back and forth. Like, automatically, you should just be going up. Because the next move is, even if he goes up, you're going to be able to hammer him. But you went down, hammered this guy. Like, yeah, that was pretty unnecessary. You didn't have to do any of that. So, I'd reanalyze that room.
Would have preferred a heart there. That's okay.
Yeah, there's some hearts in the prison here. I think you can throw the pot. Can you throw the pot through the prison wall there? Like the bars? I think you can. You needed to just be a little bit more in the middle there for that to work. Okay. Tough thieves. I don't know if you are nervous here or what. But to me, it seems like you're really good at shaking off like mistakes, big mistakes like that. It's very hard to do that. I know I was saying that earlier, but like it really is hard to do that.
We got through.
Yeah, you're alive.
Easy game.
It's like easy game.
The crickets or whatever grasshoppers where they are less likely to hit you if you just like stay in the door. Like stay in the
Oh, let me hear what you're saying here.
room.
Think retromelt. The hallway for the attic. I stopped holding right.
Hallway room before attic. On before. Stop holding right. Ah, okay. Good call.
Oh, he means just dashing from the... Yeah, that actually does make sense.
That makes sense. I assume that
I've never thought about doing that.
The grasshoppers where they are less likely to hit you if you just like stay in the door. So that makes sense. Oh man, lost so much time. That's okay.
Well, you're still on a roll. Skull's 529. It's a tough split. I think my PB has a 526. Let's put that in perspective. Like, you're only 3 seconds behind that and you're gold. I mean, I prefer to get sub 520, but you should just hold up, by the way. Before you mirror here, just hold up. Because it saves human error frames, but just want to call it out. Or maybe you were holding up and I didn't see it. Hold on. No, you weren't. You just mashed Y.
Never seen that one before.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. I don't know why. This overworld is like, it's very it's very like straightforward and easy, but it's very easy to just lose time, like just from doing some unnecessary stupid thing. Yeah, walking in here is not slow. I think dashing is a little faster, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, you don't need to do that. Honestly, you were safe here. You didn't... So you're always, just so you know, you're always dashing from this area here, where it's basically aligned with these skulls. You're always dashing here. Every single time. No matter what these guys do, you always need to dash from here. What you need to look for is there's one pattern that this guy does. If he stops on this corner here, right here, if he stops there, you walk to this point and then you walk up a tile and then dash. I think you could probably walk up to the dirt here. I don't remember the exact point, but you just need to walk up a tile if he stops on this corner. Anywhere else, like here, you could have just dashed and made it. Because, like, look. As long as you're entering from this portion of the screen, it's the same every time. So if he stops here and throws, and then you dash up, you're getting hit. But like here, if you would have just dashed, you would have definitely beaten this. So I would review this screen. This is a very easy screen to do because there's not much to think about here. It's all it is you're checking if this guy stops here on this corner. Should be this corner. Forgive my old age because I don't remember if that should be the spot. This spot here you could dash and make it because he's waiting longer to throw the spear. It doesn't look like you'll make it, but you will. Watch that, sorry. Right. Looks good to me. Alright, good. That's about the movement. You probably don't need to move that far down, but that's still good. As long as you're touching the red tiles before you start moving to the right, I feel like it makes things a lot easier in this room. Oh, that was good. Good reaction. Very good. Seems like you understand the mummy.
Alright, let's do a bomb jump.
You're really gonna have to fix these menus when you get rid of the mushroom. A lot of these bomb menus get really messed up. It's pretty good. No complaints there. You should be able to just dash from aligned with this, if I recall correctly. You should always kill this guy. You don't need to readjust your movement there. You should be able to just dash from here. It seems like it won't, but you will hit this Ropa. Now, if you're anything right of that, right of the skull, being aligned with the skull, I think you'll miss. So, yeah. It's another menu that gets messed up when you get rid of the powder. Cancel this dash with up right. Especially if you're doing it from the front. Just cancel it with up right. You might as well diagonal towards that. Save a little time.
Finally good Fire Snake RNG.
Cool. really good. Honestly, those rooms are pretty good. You played safe in the torches, but that's expected. So a little feedback on your fight here. I know you're probably just winging the, I don't know if you're winging the double poke here. Let's say you are. If you're just winging it, you might as well just bonk into the block, I would say. Although it's good habit to not do that, because it is overall better to not bonk into the block. I think you might have got the double hit. So, Moth in this corner, like this is where you want to try to get good at doing a quick dash poke really close. I know you got the floor working against you in this situation. And that's good that you're using a menu here as well. I mean, it wasn't really a bad fight. You're aware of like the poke and stuff, so it wasn't a bad fight at all. I would work on maybe just your initial like double poke here. Zelna has some pretty good videos for this. To kind of like, you don't have to be good at it, but just knowing where you should be standing depending on where the floor is moving is very helpful.
Not a great fight, but we'll take it.
But I mean, honestly, it was pretty good. I don't know what your Moth looks like on a regular basis, but
I don't think we save time here because of that. But I'm on.
yeah, you're losing a little time.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
You have to tighten up a bit. Moth, a lot of it comes down to Moth just being fast, too. But you gotta just tighten up your movement. I don't know if that's the quick warp, is it? I don't think so. No. You're just too far left. Wait, this is the new movement, isn't it? That was the old movement. There's a better movement here now where you dash from up here. So this was very old school movement from like forever ago. It was like Christos Owen days, if you even know who that is. You dash along here and you basically slope, like the slope will catch you all the way to here. And you just, I think you just walk up here and then just dash up. It like removes some sort of shit RNG here, if I remember right. I don't know if I do it in my PV, but I would just look into maybe do whatever's best, but I think like it gets rid of that shit RNG there. Because like there's some patterns where the moblins will get you. And I think it's easier to see what's going on when you do the other movement, and it's not slower. I mean, to me, it just seems like you have the fundamentals down for most of the movement. Even coming into the mid game here, like,
I think this should still be a quick warp.
yeah, it's a quick warp. I just think overall you have a good understanding. I just think you just need a lot of your movement just needs to be cleaned up. Like, cause that's what starts to progressively save time overall. Like, mistakes like that are like, that's like a second or something. It's a lot of time when you
Almost hit.
You don't think about it, but it's a lot.
Almost hit.
And you were on 126 pace up until Thieves Town, according to your son of best. So as you can tell, like when you have like a travesty like you had in Thieves, like those are the type of things that like really make your run spiral out of control. Good. It's a pretty good overworld. I forget what a good enter time is here on the segment timer. But I feel like that was pretty good. You just had that one mistake. Good. Ice is a very hard dungeon to do good every time. What you do here? That was pretty good. You could have went for it there. Oh, that's interesting. I think I did see this before.
Scared of that giant.
It's kind of cool. That's a good setup for this. You got to think though, like, so like that is one thing you will eventually want to improve on. Like, I'm not gonna knock you for doing it this way, but you probably want to get into the habit of not doing it this way. It's just for here at least, because the only thing you're doing here is preventing yourself from falling. And it's much faster to just try to get on the pixel if you can, but just, I mean, it's just not a big deal, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's not a huge deal, but you should get out of the habit of maybe doing it here, just as you want to get to 125. I don't know what it loses, to be honest with you. That's something that maybe should be timed before I say anything. So I'll stop myself there just because I don't know how slow this is. But it's an extra spin. So you gotta assume that it's at least a second.
Good run.
I would just try to move away from that, at least in here. But is it going to be a determining factor on whether you get a 125? No. If you do that until 125, it literally doesn't matter. I don't think it will matter. I'm not trying to bully you out of that strat or anything. Just like, keep it in mind. Let me go back here. Sorry, I wanted to say something. I think this is also fine. I don't think this is very slow at all. There's a lot of scam strats in there, but I think that one was pretty good. Is walking over there actually better? I don't actually know. I don't know about walking there. Like, I mean, maybe it doesn't matter too much, but if it's easier for you, I don't know the timing with between dashing from the bottom and entering from the bottom and then that. So also can't really say. don't think I see a lot of people do that, though. Honestly, this was a pretty good ice, though. Pretty good ice.
Oof. Oof.
Dude, why do, it's weird that you don't menu here. Is it just a preference thing? Is it just easier for you to not do it, maybe? It doesn't matter. It's all you're doing is saving human error frames.
What happened there, but that's fine. What happened there?
I think your fight was really good, so I don't even know what might have went wrong here. Because see, with the menu, you have so much more time to react to that last slash, I feel like.
Oof.
'Cause I feel like maybe you... Yeah.
Oof. It's fine.
That's why the menu, the mirror, I feel like is good there. Because it'll like adjust your final slash, but... Whatever you prefer, I'm sure you don't always make that mistake. Was it 6? Yeah. Okay. Not bad. Honestly, not bad at all. It's really good for your skill level, I feel like. I think after this, I'll check one of my, like, 128s. And see, like, where I compare. What a stupid game. And then that happened. Yeah, that eats away a lot of time. That's a lot of time eaten away for literally just getting spin speed.
Am I?
You're not muted.
No, I'm not. Right? Yeah, okay.
Jeez, that was so close. Doing the shopping here on this segment is, or well, getting ice rod here is always weird to me. I understand not doing it in Mire, but maybe like Turtle Rock, I feel like it makes more sense to do it there, but I don't know. I think it's a menu thing for me. You're also like, you have like additional bombs. So I'm not sure what that looks like.
Jesus.
Yeah, so for this guy, like, this is a stupid screen, but like if this guy is like, actually you probably kind of just got unlucky here. Like, if he's down there and you can't get him, you probably should just enter the warp and just take the regular warp and screw the quick warp.
Jesus. Come on, let me in.
Yeah, that was really unlucky though. It's so rare that happens. Like, usually you can just beam him.
I don't think that's a quick warp.
It's not. Sorry.
It's not. It's fine.
That one's hard to get.
That is definitely one of those quick warps that if I don't get it, not a huge deal.
True.
That's kind of lame though.
Should have just dashed down.
Definitely
Yeah.
one of those quick warps that if I don't get it, not a huge deal.
Like, if you're not going to beat the anti-fairy, you might as well just dash down every time. Just dash down. Don't try to go around. Don't do anything fancy.
Not a great overworld. I would put it that way.
Yeah, it was a pretty rough overworld.
That was pretty friendly RNG on that little water fly looking thing.
What are you trying to do there?
Sounds good, dude.
Were you trying to grab the wall?
Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Or maybe that was just a mistake.
Thanks for hanging out, man.
Maybe you could save frames there, but... Okay, so this room's tricky, but so in this scenario, you killed this guy. If you see that he's here, just cancel your dash here. You can cancel it like down and left if you want. It's probably a little safer, but cancel it here. Cause well, you did cancel it, but you walked backwards. Just walk forward, because he's going to move in that direction. He's going to move into that direction when you cancel there. So don't worry about him. Like, if he's there, just cancel early. I think you can't. I'm pretty sure you just cancel here, or maybe it might even be a little before this. But cancel and hit. Just down left around him. He's going to miss you. You don't have to worry about that. Don't move backwards, because, like, they're on a timer the way they... I forgot how the timer works, but they're on some sort of timer, I believe. They don't always lunge at you at the same time. But if you're walking around, they're going to miss you. Like, if you're constantly moving, they can't hit you, especially when you're this far away. So if you just walk around him here, he's not going to get you. You don't have to turn around and do that. You're just wasting time there. That is a hard room to read. So don't feel bad. Like, even recently, I had to like reevaluate that room because I just couldn't stop getting hit in there. What? That was so rude, man. You can't really do anything about that, but you might as well slash him at that point. It's just unlucky. It's just swamp shit. Also, you don't have to dash out. You can just walk. You can just diagonal walk from there. I think it's the same. Or maybe a little faster. Maybe stop that dash early.
Okay, I think we're doing fine.
Honestly, like, this is looking... Oh, spoke too soon. Honestly, it's mostly looking good so far. Yeah. This awkward movement there. Yeah, like, a lot of this is, like, just tightening up your overall movement. Doing the rooms a lot of times in practice and stuff helps really get a feel. Like, when you do room time, like, I don't know if you do individual room times, that really helps you understand, like, how you lose time in a room. Oh, for this guy here, I forget what, I have to look at my notes, but there's, actually, someone asked me about this recently. Who was it? I have to look. But you can there's basically a telling way where you know you can just dash past this guy. I think it's when he's appearing as you're dashing back. Actually, I will pause the recording of this and look, so you don't have to wait. Hang on. Okay, so I looked it up. So I'll just splice out the, me looking it up. But basically, when you're dashing back... Oh, I was right. So when this guy is appearing as you're dashing left, you can dash past him. It should be pretty safe. So you reacted correctly there. That was something I kind of... Like, I forgot about that. Those are like the little things you just don't remember sometimes when you've been away for so long. Okay, you didn't have to hook. So, like, if this guy's blocking you, just don't even... You didn't have to hook there, you see? I think maybe you realize that. Also, to avoid that, don't move when you pick up those arrows. Just pick up the arrows and don't move. Let the arrows... You'll pick up the arrows when you're lined up here. Don't move down. You don't have to move down. Just begin your dash from here, and you'll pick up the arrows. You'll avoid getting hit by that turret every time.
That is how that works.
Very minor, but... I don't think walking up there really does anything. There was, like, I've been trying to solve this room for a while, and I see that you kind of went up here. I think what I started doing recently was just kind of walking up here and then dashing, but I don't think it makes a difference. I think there are just some instances where you're going to get hit. So in my opinion, it's probably best to just dash, like, along the bottom here. You don't want to walk this high. And if you're going to walk left just a little bit and then dash left. Or dash right, sorry. You didn't need those hearts. But you are on a good run, so I get it. But you didn't need those. Or maybe you did. We'll see. And don't be afraid to take damage in here. I guess because your health situation's in a weird spot, and you're just, like... Don't be afraid to take damage from these guys here. Just jump in the pool, and just don't swim all the way around if possible. It's kind of tricky, but I would just maybe practice that room a bit. Wait till you learn Zero Cycle. You don't need it for this. Like, I didn't learn it till 125, but that's because, like, no one really knew it back then. There was no tutorial for it. Only, like, 2 or 3 players that did it. But you did it right. You stayed at the top there. Cool. Overall, there's a couple things in Swamp there that can be addressed.
Feels about right.
You only lost 3 seconds. You have a lot to save there. Whole bunch to save there, especially with that overworld and everything that crazy that happened. Nice menu.
Not sure what I was thinking there.
I'm surprised you don't go for this quick warp.
Sure will.
Since you go for a lot of the other ones, this one's really easy. You just need to like walk out and face right, and then you can just see if your shield's like aligned with this black thing here. This dark area. It's a really easy one to do. But whatever works for you. Oh man. I saw it too. Sometimes you can press right really quick and it'll change. This quick warp's easy too. And you didn't go for it. It's just 1 pixel right here. It's like the shadow aligned with the box. Like this one's literally free. You should go for this one too. Like worst case scenario, you miss it. And you don't lose any time. You gotta wait for the iframes anyway. You might as well just try to go for it. So there's like 1 second on this overworld you can kind of save. Well, I guess the first quick warp's not really 34 frames saved because you gotta move. So at least that one right before, right there you should go for. $539 Meyer. I feel like that's pretty decent too. Probably like 10 seconds away from a pretty good time though. But I feel like, I don't know, like it's hard, I don't know what Meyer, I don't know a good Meyer time for this level. Skill level. It's tough to say. But a lot of this looks good. Like I can tell you're pretty savvy in a lot of these rooms. I feel like the overall movement's pretty good. A lot of it is just silly mistakes. That's funny. A lot of it is just silly mistakes like you made on the overworld there. Ooh, man, you're fire rotting so late. It's so scary.
Okay, they're just not going to show up today.
I don't know if you do that on purpose, but that's
This room is a mystery.
so late.
Nobody understands it.
But yeah, I feel like the overall gameplay is pretty good. You should be able to get a 126 with like just doing another sweep practice. Just go by room and really figure stuff out. You can just diagonal there and dash if it's easier. It's like walk a diagonal tile down right. I'm guessing you just do that so you can conserve your health. Oh god. I always you definitely menu in the room before that. It's a little scary. We'll waste that fire rod by accident. I don't know what you do in this room. But a little tip to make this room easier. Like, I don't know if you ever have issues in here, but I could just tell you. So, like, when you're in the door here, looks like you move a little bit, right? Yeah, okay. So, you should just do a neutral dash from here. Don't move. Just neutral dash. And then when you get to the slope here, you will only be you'll be able to easily tell if you need to adjust. Because I think there's only like 3 possible scenarios. Maybe it's 4, I can't remember. But the important thing to remember is that it's consistent when you're dashing neutral from the door. So it just makes it a little easier for you to figure out where you need to drop your block. Because like here you over dash, which is not a big deal. Because you adjusted and you fixed it like easily. Because you like walked perfectly. I mean, if this works for you, then that's fine. I don't know if you have issues here. You don't have to change it, but I'm just saying, like, if you're looking for consistency, do neutral dash from there, and you will always get like the same set of results when you stop your dash or when you menu. You should be able to tell like where you're going to be, where you need to start your second dash as well. So like here, you're perfectly in the middle, and then you dash to the right. So like, you know, let's say you accidentally drop it a little bit further right. Like sometimes you got to nudge a little bit more, I think, to the right. So I don't know. Just a thought. If you ever have problems in that room, if you don't, then ignore it. I just like to call that out because sometimes like something's working for you fine, and then one day you're gonna be like, "Fuck." It just doesn't work for some reason, and it's usually because you're causing the inconsistency, not on purpose, but you know, you're just if it's always worked for you every other time, and then there's one time it doesn't work, and you're just gonna be like, shit. So the rest of this is pretty good, very good. Wow, very nice. Very nice. It was really good. I mean, you're not losing much here, it looks like. And you gotta remember, you fluted to the wrong place. So, I don't know what that cost you. I don't think it's 10 seconds, but yeah. I think you're in a good space there. Now, Turtle Rock, sub 720 is, I think, pretty damn good. I think that's pretty damn good for a 128 player. I'll check the times at the end of this. If I can, like, look at my old PB and see what my times were. Because I think I got a PB similar to this. Might be able to help.
Man, that guy's vibing out up there. Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Nice Raven Ronald. Shoutouts to 2-Stop. Legendary Yoshi player.
Should be good? Yep.
Oh my god. Yeah, so here,
should be good?
you don't need to... I don't know if you're doing that on purpose. But you should just hold up and left, I believe, from that, and then down and left from this peg. Just relook at the movement there. You don't want to be walking all over the place with spin speed.
That menu there is left. It's kind of a neat one.
True. All right. You lost.
Jesus, come on.
Lost quite a bit on that overworld. That's actually surprising.
Really?
I guess maybe you were just being careful. I feel like you didn't get bullied too much. Yeah, I feel like this was good. I guess I'm just surprised you lost that much, but...
The whole point of canceling there. The whole point of canceling there.
Yeah, I know. Bonking feels bad. Feels really bad. Alright, let's see his Turtle Rock skills. So the point of... So when... Oh, you did it right. You did it early enough. You could have just mashed start here quicker and just... You could have just maybe hooked, but I don't know. This room was annoying. This room was also getting me pretty good recently.
Whoops.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, one thing I do notice about the way you play is you're not letting everything... You're not letting everything get to you.
If we take no damage and get the fairy. Okay.
Which is very good. I think keeping your composure through these situations, because like right now, like I feel...
Oh no.
Okay. Yeah, I'd shit myself too.
Oh, no.
I don't think you did anything wrong there. I think that was just unfortunate. Like, it's actually stupid, because you are pretty much against the damn chest. It's so insane. Like, did you press A? That's what it is. See? Look at that. You pressed A, like, on the same frame you turned. Which is, I think that's why that happens. Might have learned something new today. I think that's why that happens. It's so unfortunate because you're already like the game thinks you're facing right. That's why you're dashing.
Oh no. Oh no.
You honestly like have an easy 127 coming your way when you come back.
Nobody's ever died in Poke's 1.
Citation needed for that one. Okay, I respect that.
We want to grab the full magic now because we can't use beams for Crystal Roller Room.
You can tap A there. That was something that was recently found. Just tap A to avoid that animation.
From Poke's 2 if they drop it. If not, I don't know what we're gonna do.
You'll be alright, man. I bet you this run PBs. Okay, you didn't have to do that. Maybe you did. You were really low, that's for sure. No, you would have made it in there. You would have... maybe not. It's hard to tell from here. I want to say you were fine, but I understand. You're being careful. You don't even want to take any additional... You lose magic, too, so that makes sense. Alright, well, you got what you wanted. You got your magic. Well, you luckily got the fairy drop. So it definitely made things a little bit better for you. Hang on a second. I wanted to... Yeah, so... I was going to comment on this, sorry. I was like kind of just watching you carefully. You got to drop this block a little bit more left, I think. I think that's what you need to do. Like as soon as you enter, you should just be dropping the block immediately. And then get that second one down. Cuz like moving a little bit, like you're wasting a lot of time there. And like you can tell if you're going to make it by looking at the roller here. I think the roller needs to be before this row. Or in this row. Because look how close you are. Like, you should always check the roller. Yeah. I want to say you probably were really close, but... Just do those blocks a little closer. Cut through here. Because there's nothing here. You can avoid lag there too if you just dash through this guy. But if you're afraid, then don't do it. Don't worry about it. Good.
Good match. All right.
Aren't you supposed to walk up there? I think you're supposed to walk up.
I didn't count hearts.
And then go left.
Don't know how many we're at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So that didn't... Well, I may have done something.
Oh, you should really start looking at backdoor Trinex. That is something that I think is not very scary at all. Plus you avoid this shit. This freaking circus of bullshit.
Great.
Oh my god. You're like, let me take the damage anyway. It's all good. You're fine.
Alright. Decent fight. Almost decent.
You also want to look at your menus too. I noticed that you were doing this a lot. I just forgot to say something earlier, but like when you're switching to fire, like when you go to switch to the hook shot here, like you literally should just hit left twice. Oh wait, it would be 3 times because you have you got the mushroom. I guess this doesn't matter.
Alright. Decent fight.
Not bad.
Almost decent total run. I think, green.
Skip through. What'd you end up getting here?
I don't even know if we would have had beams for Crystal Roller if we had mirrored.
Ooh. Okay, yeah, so I think like your Turtle Rock is mostly good. You play it pretty safe. So I think like getting below 715 is doable. Because you have 716 there. But getting below 715 should be your goal, I would think. And you should always get below 720. Especially for like 125, you need to get below 720 every time, no matter what happens. You can almost always get out of Turtle Rock. As long as you don't die, you should be able to get out at 720 or better. Unless you get like squirrel blocked or something stupid. How did that even happen? But yeah, I would set that as a goal for yourself. Turtle Rock's tricky. I mean, there's a lot of RNG, but yeah. Yeah, you just bonked. So I think that just screwed everything up, but you can dash further into these guys too before you walk up, and you should always do that. Don't cut the dash too early.
How bad my GPs have been lately.
Yeah, you gotta. Okay, yeah, like easily this is the best segment. Or the most segment you the only segment you can capitalize on that's like over, you got like over 30 seconds to save here, 36 seconds.
And we have not.
And you should be getting this lower to 720, I guess, is a good goal. I don't know. I'll go back, like I said, and compare what my segments were at this level, but it's also different. No practice hacking stuff. I feel like 730X might be okay, but you're running up against an 809. You definitely want to get out of that range.
Alright, let's try and do better on this room. That was good.
I mean, you must bring it back here, so maybe it doesn't go that bad. But look at that. I mean, you have half a minute to save here over your gold. But this is like where most, like, this is really the hardest segment to get down. There's a lot that goes on here and a lot of RNG. You should just hold down here, by the way. Just hook this pot and then just hold down. Like, don't hook again, just hold down here. You should enter that warp. Unless you have issues walking around those two there, but you really shouldn't. Interesting. Is that like that's no EG strat? Or restricted major glitches for all you zoomers. Something like that. You can probably do that a little safer. I think maybe you picked out the bomb. Or maybe threw it too late, I'm not sure. I'm not sure because I'm not too familiar with that strat. But do your dash cancel there too. Wait, why did you not grab the arrows? Oh wait, you have 11. Sorry. My mistake. Cool.
Need this.
Did you need that magic? Oh, I guess you did. Maybe. Better safe than sorry, I guess.
Alright.
Good mimics. Also good mimics. Almost looks like what I usually do. Well, that looks good. It's probably faster than what I do, actually, now that I think about it. It's close. Yeah, it looks like it's close. It looks like you're just doing a dash. This is a tough room to figure out. It all comes down to your, like, just your movement. Where you hit the switch.
Let's screw up this room.
Yeah, honestly, walking here is fine. Good gauntlet 1. Very nice. For gauntlet 2, you kinda... I guess it doesn't matter. If you're comfortable with the pot throw, then keep it. Slashing is better long term, but if this is easier for you, then just keep it. And I would always go to the left one right after this. Leave that bottom guy for last. Because otherwise, it's suboptimal. Because look, you had to go back over there to kill that other one. So just try to make a habit out of killing them, you know, in this order. This, this, this. I mean, sometimes this guy goes this way, so you can get both of them at the same time, but... But yeah, just kill counterclockwise. Ooh. Well, luckily that guy came to you.
Actually, may have been faster.
That's pretty lucky. Honestly, your gauntlet's pretty good. It's mostly good. 2 is just the only one I think you could probably improve on. 3, you just had a bad dash.
Let's go.
Very good. Wow. This is really good.
We got one of those.
Pretty good tower.
Artron, thank you.
This fucking game's so stupid, man. Like, I can't even tell you, like, how many times that shit has happened to me when I'm on a good run. Like, this is so rare. Like, I don't even know, like, how the fuck. It looks like you clinked. It's so stupid, man. Like, that is it's insanely unlucky for that to happen. Very unlucky. Very, very unlucky. And it always catches you off guard. But you handled it pretty well.
No idea what that was. I have never been knocked out of my dash.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's so rare. It can happen in this room, too.
No idea what that was.
This room as well. I'm pretty sure my PB either has a hit in here, or maybe it's a hit in the other room. I can't remember. But one of my recent PBs has that. It's literally the stupidest shit ever. Because it's so... Oh shit, man. That's so rare. God.
Yeah, you gotta be careful here.
Oh, man.
I didn't want a jingle glitch, so I waited there.
I don't think you would have got it. I think you were fine. But...
we're gonna take powder.
Oh, that's right. You're doing the mushroom thing. Oh, hang on a second. There's something I wanted to mention about this room. Don't use diagonals here. Just use cardinals. Only use cardinals in this room. It makes it so much easier. Because you lose time if you accidentally, like, get a ledge. It's easier to just use cardinals. But yeah, that was my only piece of advice there.
Take powder.
It's so crazy that this is a strat. It's actually so funny that that works. It's just funny seeing that. I think this is such a new thing to me. Ooh. Yeah, when he's charging you here, you got to be really careful. I don't think... I probably would have played this the same way, to be honest with you. But be careful. Use the hook shot if you have to abuse iframes if he's coming towards you, especially for that second spin. Stop it. My cat is attacking me. You handled that well, though.
Okay. Little fast.
Honestly, you kept it together.
Recycle would do a lot here.
See, you have a lot of time to save here. It's actually insane. Yep. I don't think you... This is why slashing can be good here. Trying to think of how to, like... Oh, this guy gave... I feel like maybe you played this correctly. Or you tried to play it correctly. I think this is why you want to take the damage here on purpose sometimes. Because, like, you could just run into him and then just get at least the 2 orbs in. That's, like, kind of a new thing. New-ish thing. Okay, so here you should have stayed below him. Like, I would stay here. Like, maybe on this side. Even if you get a blue ball. Because, like, you're only going to get 1 here, right? Oh, you got 2. That... I'm just going to say, I mean, that was lucky. I know you didn't really mean to do that. But see, like, you're... Like, when you don't get a hit on one of the cycles, it's really bad. You should almost always get a 4 every single time. Like, this was played correctly. And it's tough because, like, for this first hit, you even want to... It's tough because this guy's, like, shooting after this guy. I know there's a lot going on here. This fight's just hard to, like, grasp. I think you did the right thing by just taking the 2 in that one. But, like, this one, you either got to take the damage from the real one and then just, like, use your sword. You got to get used to just doing sword swings and not always do spins, because spins is not ideal for every situation.
I don't think we're going to get it.
And, like, this was really lucky that you got both of these. And then here, like, spinning, like, this is where you would not want to spin. You want to swing towards him. And just kite both of these, because this guy's shooting first. Like, you want to stand here facing him, and then walk down, and what you want to do is you want to slash this orb when it's here, and you will get both of these. But when you spin, you're getting a weird trajectory. It's not going towards Aghanim. Because if you're swinging, it's going towards him. So I think you would maybe want to stand maybe here or something like that. It's tough. Like, there's a lot going on in this fight, and a lot of it's just understanding, like, where the orbs are going to go. But this is a prime example of where the spin's bad. Like, the spin is usually only good if every single Aghanim is behind you. Like, behind Link. Like, this one's in front of you. This one's kind of to the side here. Like, it's creating an issue. So I would work on your swings here, because a swing would have ended this fight. You missed that one. But luckily, this is good RNG, and you're good. So you had a 4 there for sure. That second one was just really unfortunate, but definitely don't underestimate this fight. I think most people do early on.
I really wish I had a better attitude there.
Yeah, I mean, you could have gotten a 1... You would have got really close to 127. but it's a tough fight. It's probably almost as hard as Lamol is. Alright, let's see this Ganon. I think you're good, right? Yeah, okay. You should be fine. No warps. What a bro. Wow, what a nice guy. He's looking out for the run. Ooh, and an early spin. That's really nice. Wow. Really good start. Alright, no cape spin, obviously. Or go for the cape spin, fuck all. Don't listen to me.
Oh, I miscounted. It's funny.
Yeah, funny cave spin, but then you missed. See, so the thing is with cave spins, like I'm sure maybe you know this, but it creates an issue where the cycles for triples are thrown off a bit, and you have to be aware of that. So the cave spin's nice to get. Like in this situation, it was really nice to get, but you got it. But now look what happens. You got one. And then this... Oh, sorry. Damn it. But when you go for... Like, one, you want to be down here. You don't want to be here. You're already facing down. You want to be down here. And fire rotting to the left. Waiting till he's done warping.
Oh, I miscounted. It's funny.
And then you fire rotted too early. He wasn't done warping. You have to wait till he's done, because that was too early. Now he's... Yep. Now he's off cycle. And you at least you saw that. And now you're off the triple cycle. So like cape spin's cool. I don't know if you meant to go for that. Sounds like you did based on your comment. Let me hear what you said.
Oh, I miscounted. It's funny.
Oh, you miscounted. That's what you said. Okay, I thought you were saying it was funny you got the cape spin. My bad. But be aware of that when you're doing the cape spin. There's a reason I opted out of it in my PB, because like you didn't need it for this. You would save more time. You should only go for it if it's like desperation. Like you're not gonna PB unless you get one. It's really what a cape spin should be. It was a good fight though. I think your only mistake really was the lighting of this torch. Just always wait till he's done warping. See, like you waited there, which is good. But honestly, a good fight overall.
GG.
You save time, 0 warps. Like you could have gotten you would have got like a 1-4x.
Yo. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Thank you, GG Doomtap.
Yeah, it was honestly a really good run. I think you are in the 127 range at least, probably even 126 range with just some of the stuff. Like this is a good run, but I just wouldn't worry about too much in terms of getting to 126 at least.
Tap, are you proud of me?
Let me see something while I'm... If I can find it. See if I can find one of my old old videos. Nope, it's not these. Just to give you like a comparison, I guess, of what. It's probably in here. Shit. Oh, highlights, here it is. Let me see. 128. Damn, I got this in 2014. Let's see, 128. Oh, wow, I actually have a PB with the exact same PB. Let's just look at this. Watch this with no sound. Hang on, we won't watch the whole thing. Why is this like too large? Like downloaded at 1080p. This is not like a 1080p run. I can cut this out if I have to, but stretch to window. Here we go. Ugh. Why does it look like this? I mean, I used to stream in like 480p, so maybe that's why. Alright. Okay, so this is actually pretty similar. So like, just to give you an idea what my segment times look like at your level, I guess. This is a 128.12, which is the exact same thing. 554 gold, 501 Eastern. Yeah, so maybe a lot of these times do make sense. 615. Now I wasn't getting the rupees here, so I think I was already doing tree rupees. 532 Hera, okay, that sounds like what you have. 645 Aga, this is when most players just had blue balls and everything in the same segment. 618 Pod, okay. That's honestly better than I thought it would be. 717, so yeah, see, like your Thieves is way ahead of mine there. Skull 530, I guess that's about average. 629 Icy, like you're pretty far ahead there, I think. I think you had a 623. Or 24 or something like that. No, this is No Shopping Swamp, 702. Actually pretty good for the time, I think. 724, that's getting Ether. And is that getting Ether and Ice Rod? Yeah, I have Ice Rod here too. So this is both shopping on Meyer. So this is also like this is also just pre spooky. So that's 30 FPS. Yeah, so this is like an additional 14 seconds. This is like what the strats used to look like. There you go. What a time to be alive. Yep, I remember that. Fire routing then you'd fire rod and then you'd go into the room and the switch would flip in the next room, and then you need to do this. A little pretty spooky, so add 14 seconds to Meyer with double shopping. And then Turtle Rock 716. Okay, so yeah, I guess like you're kind of in the range. So the times are a lot more similar than I thought. Oh, my G Tower 732. So yeah, you're in the range. Nice run. I think I choked Ganon, but yeah. Anyway, hopefully this was helpful. Good luck on your journey to 125. And yeah. See you around.